Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys? I hope doing fabulous. Yes. Well, before we get into this entertaining video, I would just like to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And what would you like to say with that, Lady Crone?
Baby Crone said it all.
Yes.
Subscribe, like us, and please leave a comment.
Yes. Sunflowers.
Hello, my sunflowers. Well, I'm back. I told you that I was going to read on Diddy. If I can channel, I'm going to channel whatever I can do because he seems like he has been a naughty boy. What do you think?
Yes.
The thing is, I'm shocked because I can't believe you wanted bail. And you had a few little dusters out there was saying, yeah, let him have his bail. It's only fair. And all that little bit of time you've been there, 6 weeks? You haven't even been in 8 weeks. I don't believe. And you in mischief. See, that teaches me that you can take a hustler out of the street. Mm-hmm. You can not only take them out of the street, but take them out of the street and put them behind on bars. Okay, that's it. And the green grass go around. You can take him out of the street, put him behind on bars, and tell him he's going to serve life. But it's a chance he could be free. Okay, that's not it. Can I just do one more? Mm-hmm. And the green grass go all around and around. You can take him out of the street. You could take the hustler and take him out of the street, put him in an institution. You can tell him, this is what's going to happen to you, and this is what's going to happen to you. You have a choice. You can go left, you can go right. You could take the red pill, or you could take the blue pill. You can go forward, or you can go diagonal. But whatever choice you make, there's a consequence. So, but whatever you do that got you in here, don't do that, okay? So as I said, you could take the hustler from the street, put him in the bars, behind bars, with police officers or guards. He's supposed to be isolated, okay? And the green grass grew all around. And this mojo still found a way to break the law. Yeah. I'm befuddled. I wouldn't you be afraid? I mean, I get it. There's one side of me, if you was facing your whole life, if you was facing 30 years, if you was facing that, wouldn't you, and you was wealthy, wouldn't you do what you got to do to get out? Of course I would. Of course. It would be different if I was only facing something like 6 months like Martha, 5 months. If I was facing something like that, or, a year or 3 months, this guy is facing probably life at this point. So of course, and he goes in this thing, naivete, thinking that I'm going to get out on bail. Whoever told him they lied. And so he's lollygagging around. I told him to run.
You did.
Get out of here. But no, he was just acting like nothing happened on TV, going to shows. You could see the stress in him, giving autographs, just like, I'll be okay. And now he's in a place where he's like, I am not okay. My foot is caught in a bear trap. Because he's a manly. Okay, my foot is caught in a bear trap and I can't get loose. So when you feel trapped, who you are will come forth. Mm-hmm. If you are weak, if you are sensitive, if you have anxiety, if you go mad, if you become violent, if you go down to your lowest nature to cutthroat, because when you pull other inmates in there, you cutthroat. That means I don't give a damn about you or your time, because all that does is add to their time unless they were moles.
Yeah.
Because they do that, that's breaking the law for them too, and they know it. I don't care what they got paid, but for him to take a chance, he's like the fox with his foot caught in that net, and he can't get out. And that fox in pain, so he can't eat. Can't eat. You're nervous. You can't eat when you're in pain like that. He's bleeding. He's infected. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Follow the metaphor. You know, he realizes I got to do something. I'm dying here. I'm dying. I got to do something. But this is the time. This is the time where you're freaking, where you're losing your mind. This is the time where you're confronted with, do I do the good me or do I do the bad me? Oh, come on, you've all been there. I can't be the only one. See, when I get stressed out, I just start walking and pacing upside down. I just start just not talking. I don't do no talking because I can't formulate words. I don't get like that. But when I do, I cannot concentrate. I cannot talk. Don't talk to me. Just be there. Just be there and let me walk it out. Walk it out. I be looking like a mad woman, but walk it out. Have you seen me, baby Crone?
Yes.
Walk it out. See, everybody had their ways of doing something. But imagine me in a cell. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. No bigger than this table. And I can't walk it out. I can't walk it out. I hope you are following me because I'm channeling this. So what do you think his being, who he is as a person, as a man, he goes to his lowest nature, and that is bag, ball, steel, cutthroat. I don't care about you. I gotta get out. What is it going to cost me? The same brothers that he had on the street, that he hustled them out of money. Talking about karma. The same brothers that you ripped off and had them singing, or the ones that you made them walk to get Beyonce that cheesecake. Now you at the brothers, you where they are now you need them. And you don't really give a damn about them, because if you did, you would never ask them to do such a thing, to get themselves in trouble. That they even close enough to you, or somehow that you even get to know them. So they must have had a good rapport. So I don't know, because I've never been in prison, jail, or anything. Oh yes, I was that one time when I turned my that was. But that wasn't even nothing at all. But I always remember it. I do. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But it was bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. So anyway, I'm just looking at this. Baby Crone, I'm supposed to be by myself and reading, right? So I'm almost just giving my recap. I got to get my recap before I go in, because I'm feeling like I got a lot to say. But I feel like he's just trapped. For me, when I'm trapped and I done walked and I done faced whatever it is, and I know that it ain't nowhere to go, I just start praying. I start meditating. That's what's going to come out in me. I'm going to start meditating. I'm going to start accepting what I've done wrong. I'm going to start looking at myself and start questioning, why did I get myself? How am I here? And why am I here? As this just reward for me. So I can begin to pray and break the atmosphere and be able to see a clear picture. Is this my punishment? Or can the universe make a way for me? But the universe might say, this is it for you. Because not all of us get healed. Not all of us get delivered from our traumas in life. It seems like sometimes people do the most wicked things and they walk free. Just life paths. The lives we walk and weave because we don't know how we was in the previous life. Debts and karmas paid as we weave in and out of life. As we interchange with one another. You're my mother, you're my brother, you're my best friend, you're my lover, you this, you're my teacher, you're my professor, you're my enemy, it's like an overlooping. And everybody is playing a part of the same, but everybody has their own story to tell. I know I went into Never Never Land, but I hope you understand because I'm going to pull this first card. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, good description.
Did I do it? Mm-hmm. They see me shuffle.
Yes.
I'm not even afraid. So you may say, well, the ace was a good card, right? Because the ace is about frequency. It's about thinking, right? Think about it. It's about thinking. It's about being rational. The ace is like the king, the emperor of the empire. Because without frequency or air, we can't breathe. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? See, without the frequency, we can't breathe. We would die because it takes air. And here we see a sword with a victory crown, but you got to say, nope. This got to be upside down, something wrong with it. It don't match. And because it don't match, that means that victory leaf is telling me is that he was tested and tried and failed. What that tells me is when he came to his lower nature, that's what he did. He got low. He didn't think spiritual. It was far from him. Whether you believe in God or Buddha, that is not the point. Where you go in and be humble, where you begin to pray or meditate and ask for a miracle of the divine, where you acknowledge who you are. I guarantee you, as I sit here in this chair on Sunday evening, that this man probably still don't think he did anything that bad. He is so removed from normal. See, there is a mix-up. When they said not like us, they mean he meant, what's his name who made it?
Kendrick Lamar.
That ain't had nothing to do with us. That meant like he made it for Drake, right? Mm-hmm. That's for Drake class and the Diddy class and the Beyonce. They not like us. So you couldn't been singing to me. Not with that kind of money. I see you got it mixed up. So no, it's not like us. He was singing to Jake. So it's like not like us. No, who is us? Because he wasn't talking to me. Because I don't have millions in my bank. Now, if you do, now you know you like them. You like them. But I'm not like them. So he's not like us. He wasn't talking to me. Mm-mm. We get confused. And so now I understand. They understand that language. Because it's like the wealthy, and then you got the super duper wealthy. And then you just got names. In other words, they just got money for generations from generations. Their names are so intertwined that you don't even know that you purchased them. They own businesses of businesses. I showed you that with the liquor, how they own Chanel. They own people you would never. I thought that Chanel was a woman. I knew Chanel was a woman, but I'm thinking she's a woman and it's still owned by a woman. It's ran by a woman named Chanel, and it's been in a family lineage. No, somebody else's family lineage that maybe had Chanel in their family. But she's just a name. Same thing with Louis Vuitton. I didn't even know. So now that I understand how this works, when you playing up in those things, like, let me just take a sidebar. Like when I was just thinking, how would Ray J have his own station? Mm-hmm. Just saying. Oprah had one, right?
Yes, she did.
She still do, don't she? Don't she still have own?
Yes.
I see someone that is thinking. I see someone that is on fire. I see someone that is motivated. This is the Page of Wands. I'm going to read them after I lay them down. This is the Page of Wands. I see somebody that is just antsy, can't keep still, mind racing. Remember, he already had this. And what? Fire and air work together because they move upward. So you can see he got a lot of thoughts in it. See, he ain't even thinking rational. Because all he's thinking about is the pain he's in, and he know he's trapped, and it's closing in, and he went out, and his true nature started showing, right? And so here, it's like he's like a kid. He's converting into a little kid. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A little kid. What do you mean? I'm not saying this. I'm just hoping you understand what I'm saying. Like a little kid that is so nervous and scared to get up at night that they wet the bed. Little kid. That overly anxious, that have overthought himself and got himself in more trouble. You see, and his money is ruling him. Because this is the Knight of Pentacles. So his money, in other words, he ain't thinking straight because he's got money. And so he think money is going to fix this. So money is ruling him. You see it? Mm-hmm. I know they can't see it, but one day when I get rich, I'm going to have cameras and you're not going to have to worry about that. And my last card for this, I see a celebration. Now you tell me, do celebration that it look like everything going to turn in his favor? No. Does it? But it's a celebration.
It is a celebration.
Does it look like a magician's going to come out? Because we got to look at these cards. Yeah. And this is a cup of emotions. So does this look like from the Tower? And I read from my left to my right. I read from my left to my right. So please, you can write the cards down. And that way you can see them in your mind. Okay. I got the Tower. I have the Ace of Swords. I have the Knight of Pentacles. I have the Page of Wands. And last, I have the Three of Cups. Do it one more time. The Tower, Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Three of Cups. Now, as I was saying about this Three of Cups, do you think he's going to have a joyous end? I'm going to tell you what I think. What do you think? Because that's what it says.
What I see is that maybe if it's not Diddy, somebody is rejoicing at, because I think he's supposed to have another trial day, I think on like November 22nd or something like that. So maybe
I think
something will work
just
out.
Like there's a Tower moment he is going through, just like he's just thinking, overly thinking, his money is ruling him. This is why he do the things he do, because he think he out here on these streets. So anyway, but I do see a celebration. And baby Crone, I'm glad that you gave me that, because I see women dancing. And even though we know that there were some, we know for a fact, and I'm going to tell you right now, I know that he messed with Usher. And we know that Usher was injured. That was a fact. Right? Mm-hmm. And Usher never denied it. Right? No. And one of the reasons, now I don't even know if this is true or false, but I heard many, many years ago that one of the reasons why Chili and him broke up, because he gave her herpes. Oh, the herpes. Can I say herp?
I think you can say it like that, yes.
Herp. Mm-hmm. So I think so. So that's what I think. How true it is, I don't know. Now back to this. Let's see. Let's shuffle these. They have already been shuffled. Speak to me, dear one. We see your story and we see it clear. Make it clear, clear, and clear. Diddy, Diddy, Diddy. Tell me your story and make it clear. Thank you. Over top of tower, summer. Over top of sword, business. Over top of page, enemy. Over top of dog, over top of the pentacle, knight of pentacle, a dog. This is so deep, but I want you to see if I see it. And over top of the cups, rest. Mm. Now, briefly, I believe that when Diddy walked into those prisons, he knew it was going to be tough, but it was like summertime. It wasn't like he thought he was going to be in there for a little while. So he was able to go through his withdrawals and do it. But now that he's been rejected 2 times, summer's over. Summer's over. Now he's about business, because the next card is business. And see, when you deal with business, it's about a trade. So it's about trade for commerce. It's trade. So anyways, he trading money for favors. So we see business, a transaction. So even as a crudball businessman, no offense, but he earned the title because I was rooting for him to at least make bail. I was on his side, but now I can't support this. And I think I'm merciful. And my Bible tells me, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Now, I believe that I'm merciful, so I obtain mercy. But on this point, even mercy have to say, I can't. Even mercy have to say, wow, you didn't learn. You still didn't resist the devil. He still overtook you when there was nothing else but you and you. You still failed you. So anyway, I see their business. So I see he's thinking. Told you the cards are verifying. He goes in thinking it's summertime, thinking it's going to be a walk in the park. Now his foot is cut in a trap. He feels like a fox caught. He can't get out. He's bleeding. He's hurt. He's just thinking he's in pain. So when he's in pain, he go to his lower nature. Hustle. What can I do to get out of here? What can I do to relieve my pain? Because that's what he knows. He's rich. He ain't like us. Some of us. So now we go in and we see here, we see for the first time, we see him as fire, as that energy, as not only is he thinking, we also see not only is he thinking, he's actually putting thinking to action, because we see him here as the page. So now he's thinking and he's acting, but we know pages can be irrational. Because it's fire, it flickers, it moves, it darts, it do one move, it can flicker, it can go low, it can go high, it's fickle, it dances for you. Because fire is like living its element. It's like no one can touch me. I can rise high above all things, and it just dances and sways and jerk and go. That's fire. But then you have air, it's limited. Just like when you get to the bottom of the ocean, no matter how deep it is, there comes a point where nobody can go beyond that. Not even fish. So this is what I'm saying. There's a part in the atmosphere that air can't penetrate, but fire can. So it dances. So here we see here this fire and this air. I hope that I'm pointing it to you as you can see it as I see it. Now I see the fire, but the fire is being led by what? It's being led by the Knight of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. And who is the Knight? The Knight is the messenger of the king. Let me take a sip. Didn't I say that he working for the powers, but not them? In other words, if he was working for Denzel, he wouldn't be dealing with Denzel, but he would be dealing with the closest thing to Denzel, and that is Denzel's assistant. And if he didn't want to deal with Denzel's assistant, then Denzel wouldn't do work with him. Because just like you can't just say, I want to see the president. Mm-hmm. You got to get all the way up till you get to the assistant. Even when they do the shows, you got to go through all these things to get on American Idol or all these different things you got to dance hoop to get through before you get to see those 3 judges. So I'm saying this is where I said he's at. But he's being led by the assistant. because this is what his money is paying for. But at the end, but this assistance, this is what I'm saying. See, right now, he's a friend to no one because he trusts no one, right? That card says enemy. We have summer, business, we are enemy. So he's an enemy to it. He don't trust anyone. He's just hustling. He's doing what comes in his nature. He's injured. He's not injured. He's been hurt. He is severely wounded. He needs help. Okay, but the kind of help he needs is spiritual. It ain't nothing in that black bag. Nothing, because he got to live with every demon and he's got to get through this, and somehow he ain't understanding it yet. And so therefore the person that leading him, because when you in hell, what's going to lead you? Nothing but an old unloyal dog, because dogs are loyal. So why would a leader lead me down a straight path? And such an illusion that it's there and it's laughing and jolly at the end. That's what he thought when he went in there. And you see the towers. Unless I'm misinterpreting it, unless I'm missing it, my card says rest. In other words, this way you're going to be. Rest. What if I don't have my glasses. Can you read that for me? Rest. What did I say?
Relaxation, inner peace, completion of a cycle.
You hear that? Mm-hmm. It's over. Completion. Rest. It's over. Fight's done. Go ahead.
Yep. Rebirth and renewal.
Then I said, God, accept what you've done, bro. It just is what it is. Go on.
Yep. Cease to engage.
Come on. No longer part. Come on. Before I jump up out this seat and do a dance.
From any stressful activity. And lastly, pause.
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 Like, it's over. It ain't over like that. But it is as over as you gonna get. This is your resting place. So you say, well, how do I know? Because first of all, it's a dog. But it can't be a good dog because dogs could be loyal, right? Read what it says about dogs, because when I put on cards, I try to put both. But I love dogs because I'm a dog lover and I'm a cat lover. So it's hard to talk bad, but I have to have something to make me think about a dog. Go ahead, baby Crone. I don't have my glasses.
Carnivorous.
There it is. It will eat you.
Predatory.
It will stalk you.
Yep.
And terrorize you.
Trusted. Loyal.
Those are the good things. That's the two bad things I had to say.
Yes. Protector, guide, and lovable.
And think about all of those things being flipped up down, because it ain't nothing good in hell. Not even a decent good glass of cold water. You understand what I'm saying? Even that's mucky. So I'm saying he's in agony, and what his lower nature came through, we're seeing his underbelly. He's doing what nobody else would do if they was caught in a trap and can't get out. This is becoming real to him. He's still dealing with a tower moment. He still think his money can buy him. Oh, come on. Tell me you don't see this in the cards. You want me to run another deck? I'm going to just enough. Let's just see. Should I shuffle them or should I just leave them? I'm going to shuffle them just to see. Just another deck to see what befalls him. Let's see. We already know it's doom. And baby Crone, you were absolutely right. I didn't think of it that way. But you're right. The women and the people who he caused to suffer will rejoice and dance at his demise. I like that.
Thank you. I like the little extra flavor you added to that. I'm like, yep, it's the victims that are rejoicing.
It's the victim. Now you said, what would I thought?
What would you thought?
The card is upside down.
You're right.
It's a fake joicing. It's not real. Delusional. He's still accepting that he's gonna be all right. He is as all right as he ever gonna be. Because if anybody let that man be free after this, because he had me, and he go and get away or do something, I will sue the government from here to heaven.
Right, because then they're the unethical
Because
ones.
now because he's done nothing. Unless these writings can be proved that they are a lie. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt because I said from them, I don't really care. But I'm disappointed in them. Because that let me know, see, a snake is a snake. You can take a snake out and put it anywhere. It's still going to slither. That's just what a snake does. And all we seeing is who he really is.
Yes.
He's a hustler. He got a business going in jail. Now, come on. A business going in jail with people he wouldn't even looked at twice on the street.
Yep.
Here we go. Think. He needs to.
Yes, he needs to.
He needs to. Day. Oh, that's deep. This is the outcome. Woman. They showed up.
That feminine energy.
Feminine energy. Trust.
Right underneath the dog.
You all wait till I tell you this. And a rat. What I see right under the tower. First, I have the summer. Because like I told you, he was being delusional when he went in. He thought everything was going to be okay. Hunky-dory. But then under him, on his foundation, what will be the fact that he needs to stop and think about what he's doing. He needs to stop and think what he has his children doing. He needs to stop being selfish and think about other people and not of himself. He needs to think. In other words, there's a good reason I'm here to say about the thinking is make some wise opinions. Make some wise decisions. Make some wise decisions. Come up with some good ideas. Do things closely. Here I see, but he and his low nature done went and started a prison business. Shiesty, think you're going to get away with it. I don't know. And in prison, I wouldn't trust anybody, not 100. Especially he ain't even been there long enough to build the trust. So anyway, I see he started a business. He's mental. He's out of sort. He's shaken. He's befuddled. His foot is cut in the trash. And right now it says day. So when I see day, that means think clearly. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't trust everybody. You're being too trusting. Being able to see without a hindrance. That's what I see. And then I come over here to enemy, where I see the page of wands. And over top of it, I said enemy. So here we see that this enemy, this is fire. This ain't got no friend. This no friend to you. But under it, it says a woman. Feminine energy, meaning women despise you. So the women that was rejoicing showed up right here as the women says, we are your enemy. You have no peace. The women are saying, you come out here, you have no peace. They are going to be cheering and jeering on the day that you are sentenced. Oh my goodness, I just said that? Woo, we'll see. Won't we? Yes, because I that just came out without even me that just spoke. That was just channeling there. But it said it, and I'ma own it because it said it. And it says, I see women that just hate him, that wants the worst for him. And they are going to be cheering. It's like, this may sound terrible, but this is what I'm getting. I'm getting with the women. It's like when O.J. Simpson's got free, it was horrible. And it was a time where many Black people at that time felt like, oh my God, for once, whether O.J. Simpson was right or wrong, it was just a time where just to see that somebody with money could buy their way out of something. This time, it'll be women that is saying justice for us. Justice for our little babies, our little girls and our little boys. Justice. And it will be a scream like no other. This is going to be riveting, and this is going to be a marked change. And for many women, and I'm just talking about as a Black woman, and just as I'm channeling, I'm getting a sense there has never been a Black man that we know with this kind of money, with this kind of power, with this kind of fame that is this corrupt. So many women are stunned, and this goes across the board of color. This don't have nothing to do with color. There are colored women, white women, beige women, green women, yellow women, whatever. All women that sees this and is in shock of the horror of the hell of it. You understand? So this is a sty. His best place, and I say this out of love, is prison or death. Or death. He's too hated. So, and then the person, because who he's rendering his money to and is helping him do these wicked things, they were not his friend. It was a dog. He trusted in somebody that it wasn't even his friend. They're not even their friends. Probably sold you out. And then at last, where there's supposed to be rest, and there was supposed to be the cup of joy and rejoicing, but it's a rat. They see you as a rat. They're rejoicing because they got rid of a rat. They're rejoicing because they got rid of an irritation. They are rejoicing because they got rid of an abominable person. They are rejoicing. I like to tell you, I'm sorry, I had to step away for just a second. Now I'm back. I like to tell you what I see about this rat card. Now, like I said, everything I say is allegedly, but I vow that whatever I see, I will tell you what I see. I will not sugarcoat and hold nothing back. This is what I see. I'm going to give you two views. The way that I see this card at the end, and I really feel something about it because I got the chills all in me. So I might channel on this one, but I feel this one. So I'm going to tell you the one that I feel first. What I feel is there is a rejoicing, and there would be, let me say the other one first. And the other one is they could be rejoicing because they could be rejoicing. Let me say the other one first. Hold up. What I really see is this. There is a rest and there is a pause. And there is a surrender. And I'm thinking that because he's so trustworthy and so hated, and because he's done so many vile things to prison, so many vile things to, come on, kids. I think that there would be a rat that will hurt him, that will rip him in the side. Do that make sense? Mm-hmm. A rat come with and dig him in the side in time. A rat, someone that got close to him, somebody he knows, somebody he was close to or trusted. You understand? As a rat, not as an rodent, not as an animal like a rodent, but as a human being rat, as somebody that's like you, that don't have no regard for other people, somebody like you that was paid to get you in and paid to get close to you and paid to take you down. However, that it would be a rejoicing for many, sadness for many, but it will definitely be a rejoicing. That's one way I saw it that just took me out. Another way, because it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but another way, it could just be we're rejoicing because the rat has finally been captured. The rat has finally been captured. And it could be a rejoicing, because I definitely see some kind of rejoicing going on. You have any question?
My question, do I have any good questions? Because that was so good. I'm just like, I don't think there's any questions I could come up with.
Okay. That's good. So you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I say about this, as like I said, that's what I seen. I just see it because if I go back, I see an enemy where he's trustworthy, where he's already let him know he's flamboyant with his money. He's willing to pay this, to do that. So they size you up in prison. They size you. He on a different level, but he don't know. He's still money man. He money bags. And so he's getting introduced to a new life. He incredible. He in a life for a life situation where your money don't mean nothing there. Yeah, it's money for us to get stuff out the vending machine, buy a book, buy this and that little bitty stuff, but you ain't getting all that. Can't buy no sneakers. I mean, you can't buy no Adidas, whatever the famous sneakers. I don't wear sneakers, but
yeah, Adidas would be one.
Adidas, Nikes, you know. Better get yourself some what they'll call
Jordans.
What you call sneakers that are or have somebody send you some. What do you call sneakers that are not expensive? See, we used to call them fish heads. I don't know what you call them.
Oh, I'm not sure what we would call them.
Well, anyway, they would see. But anyway, he's happened to adjust to his life and everything. For him to be careful is an understatement. But at this point, he has to really, I just think that he done sealed his doom. Has Diddy sealed his doom? You tell me.
Yeah, looks like it.
The Queen of Wands.
Oh, okay.
Feminine energy.
Yeah, more feminine energy.
With a black cat.
Mm-hmm.
Not a chance. Not with a feminine energy.
Yeah, he sealed his fate with that one.
No, he sealed his face with the feminine energy. And last, I'm going to see this. Snake.
Speaking of a rat.
You get every low life creature's coming out. He's not going to get out, guys. He's too much of a risk. He had a chance, but he blew it. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I really think that it was a very good reading. I really understand a lot about the old Diddy, but you know what? My mother always said, you reap what you sow. And from the looks of it, he has sown a lot. I don't know what become of Diddy. Maybe Diddy may take a pick and stab himself in the aorta. I don't know. I don't know if he's what is going to befall of him, but time will reveal. However, I take no pride. I wish nothing and anybody deleting themselves or being deleted. I was just telling you what I saw on both ends. On both. I did not nail in. If either one happened, I told you. But he has to come to the reality that this is real and the jig is up. There's no place to hide. You better just start figuring out how you're going to get that foot out that foot and call for some help and start confessing so somebody can relieve you of your pain. But he ain't there yet. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really, really do. Did you enjoy it, baby Crone?
Yes.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you could just pick.
No, she didn't.
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Your last statement made me wonder if Diddy got desperate enough.
Okay. He is desperate.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yes. if he got desperate enough, would he rat out who he's connected to?
Of course he would. Of course he would. What? But only for shorter time.
Uh-huh.
It would have to be worth this time.
Okay.
It would have to be worth. It would have to take years off. I feel right here. What was the question?
If Diddy's desperate enough, would he expose who he's connected to? Oh, and the king came out.
And the King of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
What'd that tell you? Tell me about this personality.
Well, the King of Wands is creative in energy.
Mm-hmm.
Creative to get what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Look at him. Legs open, ready to move, won't care. It's fire. Fire gonna burn if you get in its way. It don't matter. It's fire. It's creative energy. You could use it for good. You could use it for bad. Well, we know he's on a bad streak.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't no way he gonna turn around and be good. With the cards don't show no good. And the good always come with another one. So let's see what the opposite of this will be. I'm curious. I'm taking it all the way down. Oh, I'll try here. I'm going down just to humor myself.
What?
Fool.
Oh.
And you know,
You did call him foolish earlier.
and you know, foolishness can be innocent. It could be educated. It could be fearless. It could be tactless and blunt, right? But it could also be like everything, no restraints. You take all those good qualities and you flick it, it could become overwhelming. You take all those things, an educated fool, someone that does things that's not thinking, unwise, fickle. You take the same good and flip it. And we know that here, when we see the king and we're dealing with nothing but fire, blazing fire, because the kings rule the elements of all their elements, but they also rule in fire too. So if you look at that, this is a fool having to deal with fire. It is defeated. He done made so many foolish moves. He does foolish things. I don't know, because it's not his lawyers. It's because he still had that street in him. He's been living a hustler's life for so long. That is who he is. And when it came time for him, the day of testing came, he fell because his true nature came out. I'm a hustler, baby. That's what came out. And with that being said, I'm going to close this down for Baby Crone. Ask for another one. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really, really did. And if so, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We so appreciate it. And last, if you have any comments, please leave me your comments. But I hope you enjoyed this. We love you much. Sunflowers.